thoughts and beliefs play a significant role in the overall quality of your life. Now, when most people hear something like this, on one hand, they know it's true, right? Most everybody knows that your life can only be as good as your belief system. But on the other hand, it seems too simple, because if your life is dictated by your thoughts and beliefs, then all you have to do is change your thoughts and beliefs, and your world and your quality of life would change. Because if that was the truth, everybody would do it, right? Well, the truth is, it is that simple. But as I've said time and time again, simple never means easy. See, I want you to look back at your life, where you are right now, the state of your health, the state of your relationships, your physical health, your mental health, your job, your finances. All of it is a direct result of your belief system. You've essentially manifest your current life into reality. Now, if your life is amazing, then this is good news and you're going to agree with this. But what if your life sucks, right? What if you're struggling to keep your head above water? What if you are living paycheck to paycheck? You're suffering from depression, fear, and anxiety. You're unhappy. Your finances are a mess. Your relationships are constantly falling apart. And quite frankly, you're just miserable. So if that sounds like your life, or if that's the type of life you're living, do you really think that you manifested that into reality? Well, this is when the truth becomes harsh, because the answer is yes. You 100%, well, actually, I can't say 100%. I would say 90% of it is your own manifestation, right? Nothing can ever be 100%, because we do live in a massive world, in a massive universe, and there are a lot of things that are out of our control, and bad luck exists. Random events can happen. So there are things out of your control that can affect the quality of your life. However, those things are few and far between. Most of your life is a result of your belief system. And this is because you were programmed at birth by your society, your parents, your religion, your teachers, to believe certain aspects about yourself. And again, a lot of this is not your fault. You were programmed by a system that's designed to hold you back. You're programmed by a system that is designed to profit off of your attention and off of your effort. So basically what I'm saying is that when most people are born, the deck is stacked against you. And if you don't make an effort to change, if you don't rage against the system, if you don't fight for yourself, then you are going to be a product of that system. And that system controls and programs you to think a certain way. And something that's interesting that I just heard is that we have, on a daily basis, anywhere from 10,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day, which seems ridiculous, but it's true. And most of those thoughts are happening without your awareness, right? They are happening in your subconscious mind. And if you are having that many thoughts a day, how many of those do you think are positive? How many of those do you think are negative? Especially when you were programmed to think negatively about yourself, to believe that you were small, inadequate, that you were incapable, that you are not as smart as everybody else, right? These things are called limiting beliefs, and we all have them. We hold ourselves back by the thoughts in our head. And if we make no effort to change this, and you're having 10,000 thoughts a day, even if half of those were limiting beliefs, 5,000 times a day you are telling yourself you are not good enough. That is hard to overcome. In fact, that's almost impossible to overcome. So, what can you do? Well, you have to take control back over your thoughts. You have to gain access back into your own mind. And so, strategies of how to reprogram your mind, to reprogram your thoughts, to change your belief system are meditation, gratitude, I am, affirmations, mantras, using a journal like the Unplugged Journal. I didn't create that for the fun of it. I created that journal to help you focus on gratitude, on your mantra, on your I am statements, and to keep you present on a daily basis to help you stack wins. Because all these things done on a repeated basis change who you are. They change your thoughts and your beliefs. And something I just said there is critical. It's consistency. And this is something I'm going to speak about on a consistent basis. Consistency matters. It might be the most important thing in the entire universe. In order to program your mind, in order to change your thoughts, you have to focus and direct your thoughts on a consistent basis. You need to meditate daily, journal daily, say your mantras multiple times a day. You need to check in with your own thoughts, right? Like I said, most of the time our thoughts are happening without our awareness. We are just drifting through life running on programs. You have to snap out of that. You have to become aware, become focused, and say, and listen in to the stories you were telling yourself. And when you realize that those stories are negative, you have to immediately bring it back into focus. You have to attack your mind. You have to pursue the reprogramming of your mind like your life depends on it, because it does, right? I wish I could tell you it was easy. I wish I could tell you that all you have to do is meditate one time, or create one vision board, or read one book, and your life will be good. That's not the truth. Consistent action. Get it done. Let me know how I can help. See you on the other side.